Hello everyone, Ron here with Valiant Pixel Studios, here to share another exciting update to our card battler game, Nexus. So right off the bat, what we have done is we've now begun to process the decks into their different elements, so that way you can play a preset of each element. Eventually there will be more customization in the final release, but for right now we have them broken down into each element so you can play those cards more specifically. So if I choose air here, and it's going to deal out air cards, and my opponent will also get some cards. And right off the bat, what we've done besides the decks is we really focused a lot heavily on this time as UX and UI presentation, really kind of trying to start locking down the experience. Granted, there are some bugs still, but right off, right here, we already have hover states in, which are now working. When you hover over a card, it will showcase that card, and you can still double click on cards. You can do this for the buy as well. You can still double click on the card if you want to even read in more detail. Eventually, we'll be adding tooltips as well. But right now we have the hover states in as well as the inspection of those cards. So another thing we got in this particular build is the glow identity, the what happens in a state. When it's green, the card is selectable. When it turns blue, the card is can activate an ability. So we have it now changing states based on where it is. And if I drag and drop this card, it will give me mana. And might have saw the little animations here. So we've also locked in the event system that will fire off VFX type effects during the course of the gameplay. So it resolves the card rules and plays an effect at the right time. That still needs some work, and what VFX you will see here are all temporarily stand-ins, but there are in. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit more mana here. And the other thing we've also done, which we're excited about getting in here, is now spell cards that have a target. They resolve in one motion. Before you had to resolve the card, then the card would go into a resolving state, and then you would actually click on something to actually play the spell. It worked, but we wanted to streamline it a little bit more. So what we have now is if you drag the card out, and it immediately goes into the trying to resolve its state. So in this case, it wants to deal 1 damage to a target. My only target on the board is the opponent. So deal some damage. You saw the little VFX fly, and I can do this again, and I can hit them again. So you can see I can draft from my cards here that are given to me, and after the first 10 rounds, they will get mixed in with the rest of the cards, so that way all the cards become available. But right now, we have the first 10 rounds, we get access to your cards. So here we go. Again, you can also always discard for mana. If you want that little extra boost of mana there, we can bring this out. And then I can summon, buy more cards and keep playing. So we're doing really well on this front, the UX end. You can see there are bugs, but we have done a great job, I think, of getting it polished up to a point where it's playable. You can tell what's going on. The AI is no longer going so fast that you can't tell what it's doing. There's more work to be done, of course, but we're really buttoning that up. Like I said, we're going to do more polishing on the UX, of course, and then we're going to start next update, start moving more into really getting the identity of these elements and the game design going. So hopefully you enjoyed that update. Please stay tuned for further updates and keep on playing.